What's up, gamers? Show here, and today I'm bringing you guys a Moab brought to you by my friend Jared on the map Underground. I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind recently. I've been wanting to make a commentary about it for at least a week now, but I never got around to it. So I recently came out to my family that I am an atheist, and my mom received it pretty well. My dad, on the other hand, didn't really. When I said that, my mom's like, alright, you're entitled to your own opinions, you're entitled to your own beliefs, that's alright. My dad, on the other hand, he was not as receptive about it as my mom was. He was saying things like, oh, we spent all this money getting you bar mitzvah, putting you through Hebrew school, etc., and you do this, and my response was like, what's the point in believing in something that you don't have evidence of, you don't have proof of, and your heart's not in it. For at least like a year or two now, I've been on like a bunch of different social networks. I've been on Imager for the past maybe 6 months, Reddit for the past like 3 or 4 months, and if you guys are Redditors or Imagerians, you guys know that pretty much all of the front page consists of r/pics, r/all, r/atheism, and r/funny. R/atheism is exactly as you would expect it to be. It's just a bunch of different things, sort of debunking religion or poking fun at like different religious topics, such as Rick Santorum. And on the topic of Rick Santorum, what he's doing, he's trying to talk to you about how like Obama wants to separate, like, or wants to like give you no religious freedom, which is bullshit, because that's well, I'm not completely for Obama and not completely against him, but I'm 150% against Rick Santorum. His views on religion are pretty much, he said himself, and I'm almost saying this verbatim, he doesn't believe in an America where there's a separation of church and state, which was in reference to John F. Kennedy talking about the separation of church and state in the government. But if you look at the Constitution, the First Amendment clearly states that no law shall abridge a citizen's right to their freedom of speech, freedom of the press, or freedom of religion. There might be something else in there that I'm missing, but that's the gist of it. If you're not from America, maybe you don't know about the Constitution, maybe you do, maybe you're not completely like adept on it, whatever. But yeah, the First Amendment basically ensures all Americans the right to their freedom of religion. And what Rick Santorum wants to do is pretty much eliminate the separation between church and state, which I'm assuming means start making laws based off of the Bible, which would make absolutely zero sense. Ooh, get turned on. And that's just completely awful. Has he even read the Constitution? I don't think so. Imagine an America where there's no separation of church and state, laws made based off the Bible. And another reason why I decided to become an atheist is after looking at the Old Testament, or the Torah, which I call it because I am formerly Jewish. I still identify with my Jewish culture, don't get me wrong. I'm very proud of where I've come from, very proud of my ancestors, etc., etc. But I just find there's a lot of contradictions in it. You may not think so, and I seriously do not want to offend anyone who is religious or anything. My really good friend on Xbox, Tsunami Quake, he's a Christian. I think he's a Catholic, and we've had some discussions about religion, but I kind of felt awkward talking to him about it just because of the fact that, like, I don't know, he's a religious person, and I just like, I feel kind of like a dick talking to, like, telling him different things. But anyway, I don't want to offend anyone. Just here, like, yeah. Anyway, I just find contradictions that, like, I don't know really how to explain it. Just like, if you read it, there's some things that kind of contradict themselves. I don't really have any examples at the moment, but there are. And that also kind of eliminates ethos, but whatever. Then there's also the fact that the Bible is completely anti-homosexuality, anti-everything. And I'm completely against people who are against homosexuality. It's not a choice. It's not something that people can help. It's not a bad thing at that. It's something that is what suits your lifestyle. That's what you want to do. That's what you're naturally born as. And who am I, who is the President of the United States, to remove your right to be happy? The Constitution also ensures people the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And by not allowing lesbians, gays, transsexuals, bisexuals, etc., to get married to their respective genders, what is there then? That's completely contradicting to the Constitution. We're trying to ensure the right to the pursuit of happiness, and we're not allowing people to get married. And a lot of people's reasoning on that is because the Bible says that it's a sin. You know what else is a sin? Not stoning your children, having women speak in church. And a lot of people argue that, oh, well, those are old times, this is now. Well, you can, in my opinion, I don't think that people should, like, pick and choose things like that. And, like, I know my friend Tsunami Quake, he's very for homosexual rights and very for gay rights, etc., etc., and he's still a Catholic. I respect him so much for that, because he has a feeling that is against the beliefs that people used to have in the Bible, but he's not picking and choosing. Like, he's not arguing against gay rights just because it says so in the Bible, even though he doesn't stone his children, etc., etc. And Tsunami, I love you, man. Heart. Anyway, and then there's also a girl in Morocco who committed suicide because the government forced her to marry her rapist, and they said that, oh, the stress and the trauma caused by her being raped caused her to commit suicide. No, it didn't. The Amazing Atheist went over this. He said that he was talking about the rape happened a year before she committed suicide. Just after she was to get married to him, she decided to commit suicide. And the Moroccan government's trying to say, oh no, it was the stress caused by her rape. No, it wasn't. You forced a girl to get married to someone who raped her. And it also says it in the Bible. I think it's Leviticus 24, 28 and 29. Says that you must, if someone rapes a girl who is a virgin, not yet married, you must have that rapist get married to the girl and never be allowed to divorce her. So pretty much, she has to do whatever the rapist says and just be completely devout to him for her entire life, even though he raped her. That's why I'm an atheist anyway. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay by my good friend Jared. And yeah. And also go check out my good friend Tsunami Quake. He has some good commentaries. Anyway, this is Showman1 signing off. And peace out.